Would you look at this? Would you look at this? If you're listening, I have to say it. You might want to go to YouTube because
go to the YouTube.
The Flame Central podcast has a new look.
We're moving up.
We are moving on up. A new set, a new sponsor.
Yeah.
OrthoVirginia is our new sponsor.
That's right. We're excited about them. Now, I do want to say something, though, right here off the top, because there was a lot of rumblings on the internet, a lot of buzz.
Rumblings.
So you know, up till now, we've been powered by Alcova Mortgage. Great relationship with Alcova and Joe, obviously. Now Still do. Now OrthoVirginia stepping in. But a lot of people were saying, oh, no, does this mean is Joe not going to be on the podcast anymore? And there were some real rumors about that.
We debated it for a couple
I want to
weeks.
announce right here, right now, breaking news. A new one-year deal has been completed to keep Joe Jauch on board for at least the next calendar year. Wasn't willing to commit long-term, but we're going to take it year to year.
A one-year deal.
So we're fired up about that.
A one-year deal.
It's kind of a prove-it deal. We've got some like escalators in there, if you know, numbers and stuff. Like
a man of the people, for the people, with the people. Somebody on this podcast has to represent the people.
That's right, and that's why Joe is.
That's why you guys are smart enough to get your contract negotiators out.
Right.
We sat down by the table.
It was the art of the deal.
It was the art of the deal. There was a lot of non-talking, non-verbal communication. It was just paper slid across, number, paper slid back across, number, and then me sliding that paper back across, and then a long stare down.
Yes. One of those where it's whoever speaks first loses. One of those kind of deals.
And you guys cracked, and I'm here.
We sat in silence for at least 2 hours.
Wait a second. You guys are getting paid for this? No, we're really excited about the new sponsor, OrthoVirginia. Thank you so much for stepping up. OrthoVirginia is the largest orthopedic practice in Virginia with more than 100 orthopedic. We're
going to get better at this.
I'm going to get much better at this.
Orthopedic
specialists in 35 locations around the state. So we will be giving you some information
for
on them.
OrthoVirginia, she's going to be out having a baby soon, so that'll get cleaned up a lot here in the near future.
OrthoVirginia. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about me.
Part of one of my beach stories for this week is going to have to do with OrthoVirginia.
Are you going to need to pay them a visit?
Okay?
I'm fine, but it has directly to do with OrthoVirginia.
Well, I know my husband was very excited that Ortho was. I mean, we hit our deductible.
Most loyal customers is your husband. Yeah.
He is. It's like you have your 35th appointment.
He has his own suite. At OrthoVirginia.
What? He's trying to work out a deal to get like an MRI machine from them, like a used MRI. I'm like,
oh, Mr. Good, here's your vanilla latte.
Yeah.
When he walks through the door.
So ridiculous. Hey, we have a great guest.
Big time.
Two-way Tay. I wish I could take credit for that, but Liberty Basketball social media called him that. Two-way Tay. Taelon Peter signed a two-way contract with the Indiana Pacers. Guess what?
It's big time.
We have him in studio.
How about that?
On the new set.
We don't play.
We don't play. No. We're not messing around, so we'll chat with him a little bit. Fall camp begins this week. Can you believe it?
We're back.
Yes.
Can you believe it?
And yes, I usually get very excited for football season, but for some reason this year I am really excited.
Because there's so many questions.
There's so many questions.
Like we were talking about last week.
I'm scared.
Oh, we got this, we got that, we don't have this, we don't know what we got.
Emily and I were like, we're going to have to go to camp practices a lot more than in past years, just to try to get a feel for what's going on. And, I mean, of course, we also have the Flames fantasy draft. We got to prepare.
Oh, we need to do that.
Oh, yeah.
We need to get that on the calendar.
Baby or not, I mean, that's priorities.
Have that straightened around before.
Yeah.
We need to set a date.
Yes, we'll get
when we're going to do this.
We'll get all that ironed out. Hey, I heard we have some great mailbag questions.
Huge day for the mailbag.
Thank you so much for sending in your questions and comments to the show. You can do so, flamecentral@liberty.edu. It's the Flame Central podcast brought to you by OrthoVirginia, and we are excited to get things going. Do you want to tell a quick, Joe just got back from the beach. I know you can tell by his sun-kissed.
Oh, yes.
You're practically glowing.
Yeah, I'm glowing.
Do you want to do a
It's like you. I've I've got that pregnancy glow.
Oh, yeah. Is that what they're calling it? I don't feel a glow at this point.
Your motherly glow. Your motherly glow.
Oh, yeah.
All right, beach stories.
Let's do a quick beach story, and then we'll get to this awesome interview with Taelon Peter.
I got 100 beach stories, but we'll narrow it down. There's good and there's bad.
Okay.
We went to Hilton Head, right? Starts out great. Yeah. We're on the golf course with me and Jared, Ben. We're having a great time. Ben's playing barefoot.
I saw that. That was the picture where you posted. Yeah. It's like me and my son's playing golf, but you didn't include your Reese.
Well, he wasn't there.
You just forgot.
No, Reese didn't want to play golf.
Reese gets no respect. I'll say it.
Reese gets too much.
I love you, Reese.
And so anyways, and then I get this grand idea, like, hey, let's rent a pontoon boat, and we'll go to Defusky Island. Right, so it's a little island.
Defusky.
Defusky.
Everybody's on it.
Yeah, it's great. Well, so a couple things happen. We're peaking, right? So we're going, everybody's having a good time. We got the tunes playing. We're going, well, it's low tide.
Okay.
Right? And I'm the captain of
this
this boat.
That's a problem.
I'm the captain.
Those are the two problems right there.
I'm the captain.
I see a couple potential problems with this so far.
I'm the captain of this boat. Yeah. Right? So I got the responsibility.
I'm the captain now.
I got 12 souls on board, right?
Right. That's right.
12?
Yes.
I mean, you guys better have gotten an extra
It was a big pond. It was a big pontoon boat. And so anyways, I was driving along and being the experienced captain I am, I am somewhat of an experienced captain.
Somewhat of an
experienced. I am. I got a boat.
Red sky warning, sailor take warning, all that stuff.
And so it's low tide. I'm like, man, this water's low. Like really low. Like I'm surprised they're letting us out. This water's so low. And so we're cruising along, like stay at the left marker, stay to the right, pink marker, stay to the left, all this. So I'm like, I got it. Right?
It's something like that.
Yeah, so I got it. I'm cruising out on the way in, way out. And I'm going right down the middle. And all of a sudden I hear, blah, 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 blah. And I mean, I'm probably in a foot of water.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, and then so you're cruising along pretty quick, right? And blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I know this, I know what's happening, right? I'm in a sandbar, right? Or I'm in low water. I'm in the middle, right? I'm in the middle. And my father-in-law yells out like, Joe, you're bogging down, right? And so there's one of two things that a captain does in that point. The captain either panics.
Abandon the ship.
He panics, you abandon ship. You're diving into really shallow water, though. So you need to be careful.
Oh, my God.
Everybody jump. Splash. Right? You just splash it with a sand, place full of sand.
Yeah.
And so you either panic and put your hands off, or you trim it up and you gun it.
That's what Joe Jauch.
And Joe Jauch and his captain instincts trimmed it up and he gunned it, right? So I trimmed it up, gunned it, and
you know what? I would love to see other boaters in the area just looking and watching this all go down.
Oh,
and they're not saying a somewhat experienced boat driver.
It was a
they're
lesson
saying, look
in
at that
execution.
idiot.
No,
it was a
finish
lesson.
the story. Let him finish.
The story. It was a lesson in execution, is what it was. And so we make it to Defusky Island. Everybody has a grand time. We're having a big time on the island. It's a real cool place, and everybody's having fun. Like, okay, let's get back in the boat. We're coming back home. Now it's high tide, so
You're flying.
Now I'm just not happy.
Living the dream.
I'm not stressed, right? I'm feeling good, right? And so we're just cruising along. The tunes are playing. Everybody's singing. We're having the best time ever. We make it back, no problem. Get out. Hey, let's go grab something to eat. We go to San Miguel's.
You come back and the boat's at the bottom of the.
No, stop. We've rented the boat. The boat's no longer my responsibility.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
This goes to the OrthoVirginia story.
Oh no.
And so, so we get back. We go to San Miguel's. Everybody has dinner. Boom, boom. That night, Nana, who's with us, gets up to go to the bathroom, comes back in, falls, breaks her hip.
Oh,
not
good. Not Nana.
Nana goes down with a broken hip. Papa's got to take her home. She just had surgery. They had to do a surgery on her, and she's over in the hospital right now. So Nana, we're wishing you get well soon.
Yes,
she's coming. She's coming home. Oh, and then
Make sure she sees this.
Yes, she's coming home. So, but Nana's a fighter.
Yeah.
I mean, she's born to fight.
No doubt.
Right? She's a fighter. But then on top of it, okay,
there's more.
There's more. It goes back.
This is one of the quicker
know what
beach
you
stories.
got.
When we were singing on the way back, I told the family that trip peaked right there.
Yeah.
That was the peak.
That was the peak.
Ty, my nephew, next morning after Nana fell, strep throat. Doom.
Oh boy.
Reese went to LU lacrosse camp.
Yeah.
Had the best time, but he scraped his knee up a little bit, and he kept on getting stuff going on.
Uh-oh.
Staph infection.
Oh.
Right? Then it gets even better. Last one. I'm good.
Are we violating any HIPAA restrictions?
I'm
with
like
this
just
podcast?
slowly moving
Joe's laying out everybody's medical history right now.
Are
we violating
Give me my last one.
Okay.
I'm trying to have a healthy baby over here. Get away from me.
I'm fine. Just relax. Last one. So then we go out to dinner, and Reese goes to get out of the back seat of the car, jacking around with Jared and Ben, messing around.
Always a kid.
Boys, be careful. Yeah. Opens the door up, bam, hits some guy's taillight, cracks it. So now I got to leave a note on the guy's car, everything. But other than that, guys, it was.
And this is why Jauch can't afford to sponsor the podcast.
Now we're renegotiating my contract.
Right. Imagine missing out on this if we hadn't worked out a deal with Joe.
This sounds like a cut vacation.
It was unbelievable.
Better news. Taelon Peter's getting paid.
Yes. Hopefully we'll have some better beach stories, but even better yet, this interview with Taelon Peter. The man of the hour, two-way Tay, is on the Flame Central podcast, brought to you by OrthoVirginia. Taelon Peter, a pacer. What's going on the new set? First time guest on the new set, by the way.
Yeah, we just built all this for you.
Yeah, it looks good. It's fitting.
We kind of just put it on the credit card. We figured with your two-way contract, you might be able to kind of help us out a little bit.
Donations? They're already hitting you up for donations.
I'm sure Richie McKay, NIL, support our
Flames Club has been hitting you up hard the past week.
They still got me. I still go to Coach McKay for things.
That's good. Yeah, that's good.
They're going to come out of the woodwork. Get ready.
Taelon, are you able to exhale and take in what just happened the last few weeks?
Yeah, this past week I kind of took off from basketball. They made me not play basketball for 7 days. So I kind of got to just woo-saw, relax, play a little bit of golf, But I've definitely got to chill, ready to get back going so that I'm not, too many steps behind the guys in training camp. So
what does that look like? Like the next stretch for you? When does training camp start? Like what does that all look like for you?
Yeah, training camp starts September 30th. So I'll move there around the 15th, start training there pretty much the rest of August, and then September we'll have some mini camps, some player-only camps, stuff like that, and then we'll start right at the end of September.
I saw in Summer League is number 4, right? Is that what you were?
Yep.
Was that a choice by you? Did you get a choice? How did you settle on that?
Yeah, when I got drafted, I got to choose my number.
Okay.
So I chose 4 because it was really the lowest number I could get.
Yeah.
That was available, but I like it.
Okay. Can people go on the Pacers site yet and get your jersey?
I'm not sure.
Is that a thing?
I'm not sure.
Let's do it.
We need to start looking in on that.
We need to look that up.
There's going to be a lot of people I feel like in Lynchburg that are going to be doing that.
Oh yeah.
I think more so now that I've signed and it's official. Yeah. Maybe so. But I'll tell you, the one person who does have a jersey, the first jersey off the press.
The wife?
Coach McKay.
Oh, Coach McKay. Okay, that's good too.
I love Coach McKay.
He does that because we're doing a little piece with him in his office, showing off kind of his office. And he had the 2 pro jerseys. That was before the draft, though, when we shot that. And he was like, we might get another one up. So now you have to add that one to the wall. That's really cool.
Yeah,
he also be going up soon.
He also has a Flame Center podcast mug, but I'm
I just
Sharpied out of the
that
middle
in his office.
because I'm holding a football and not a basketball. When I planned my whole pregnancy over to be available for basketball season.
Right.
Just can't win with Coach McKay.
Nice of you, but I see where he's coming from.
So Taelon, were you expecting that 2-way contract, or how surprising was that for you? Because I know that you were kind of expecting to be drafted after how great you performed in those workouts, but how much of a surprise was the 2-way contract?
The 2-way contract wasn't really a surprise. It was kind of what I expected to get after I got drafted. The slight month or 2 that I was not signed to a 2-way kind of gave me a little bit of hope that there may be something more. But, 2-way was ultimately ideal, is what I was like. Can I get a 2-way? If I can get a 2-way, I'll be happy. Before, and then once I got drafted, I was like, okay, I think we've solidified the 2-way spots.
Yeah.
Are you big on nerves, going into a basketball game, even during your time here at Liberty? Do you get nervous before a game?
I'll say this: the first summer league game, I was a little nervous.
Okay, that's what I was gonna follow up.
I settled in pretty quick to the first summer league game, and then but no, especially this past year coming off the bench, you don't really get the starting nerves, so you get to kind of see the game unfold a little bit. And similar to summer league, I kind of came off the bench, so I was like, but being the first game at the summer league in the NBA with all the gear, it's something you dream of as a kid. I know leading up to this, I was so stoked about some NBA socks. I was like, I want some NBA socks.
Love them socks.
some socks.
You're
so,
taking care of.
So now it's like
plenty of socks.
Yeah, I'm able to give some to guys I know were just like me last year. So
wow.
So it's great.
What's different about NBA socks? What am I missing
they
here?
Just had the logo on them. That's it.
Yeah. You probably an iron-on patch.
You can't buy those?
No, they're NBA socks.
You can buy some,
Yeah,
but
it's not the
they're
same.
not the NBA.
Okay, y'all.
Official.
Yeah, come on.
I thought shoes were a big deal. I didn't know we were on to socks now. Okay.
So what's the biggest difference, obviously outside of the athleticism of NBA players? What have you noticed being in the G League and then being around these guys?
Summer League, yeah.
Or sorry, Summer League. Being in the Summer League, being around these guys, the biggest difference for you as a player?
Yeah, they're pros. The way they take care of their bodies, the way that they eat, they move, how early they get to the gym, how late they stay after. It's a real thing. Like being a pro is a real thing, and it's something that Liberty does a good job of like instilling in us. So whenever I got there, it was kind of like I would show up, 30 minutes early, and I wouldn't be the only one, So it was like something that I started here at Liberty, carried over, and it was like regular. So, having to adjust and get there a little more early than everybody else is something that I'm gonna have to start.
Shrine, where are you at?
Yeah.
Where are you at?
Right.
Yeah.
Nobody gets here before Shrine.
Yeah, that's the truth.
And he has to drive an hour to get here.
I don't know if you noticed, like when you got drafted, there's one little clip that kind of went a little bit viral, and that was when you were on not the clip I would have thought, when you were on the Players Lounge with J.C. Schreier and Gabriel McKay. I thought maybe your musical performance at the end would be something people would really latch onto, but everyone was really more focused on you saying you wanted to dunk on Rudy Gobert. Did you see how that kind of, people were really talking about that?
Yeah, when I said
Could that come back to haunt, like, do you think, like, man, maybe I should have kept that one to myself? Like, you're going to run into that guy here sooner or later.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna back down from
That's
anything.
good. That's good.
But I will say when I did say that, like, NBA wasn't up here.
Right.
It wasn't.
Well, I mean, I think it was Bryson Spell, Rudy Gobert. So it was, it was like,
McKay,
right. It was, so it kind of was,
Rudy Gobert.
you got tacked him on at the end. But now that's become a thing.
It was a stretch then. It's not so much of a stretch now.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
Crazy. That's amazing.
What has the organization been like? We talked to Ryan Carr, who I know played a big role in with you getting drafted.
He said he loves Liberty so much, so
does.
that's the only reason.
Yeah,
of course,
he's
he
like,
wanted to
and it's
draft a
true. He
flame.
said no one watched more Taelon Peter. It was not possible for them to watch more than I did over the past year. But what has the organization just been like? You always hear about like, well, I mean, this organization, it's just known for being kind of dysfunctional or always drama. Like, what have the Pacers been like since you've been inside that building?
I mean, nothing but professional. Not too far from Liberty. I would say like they do. I mean, first of all, they got a bunch of guys with unique stories and unique paths to the NBA. So that's something that I feel like I fit right in with. But just a great coaching staff. Like, I'll go in there sometimes and they don't have to, but Coach Jim Boylan's playing his worship playlist, and it's like, okay, this is.
Yeah.
So I feel like if I was to go to any other organization, like the real world would hit me, But here it's like you still have glimpses of that. Like I have Ryan Carr at every practice, like somebody who watches all my practices, stays after 30 minutes to talk to me about how I did and what I could do better, and just gives me grace and stuff like that. And Coach Carlisle's awesome. You
guys have made up.
Yeah, he hasn't held that over my head at all.
Okay, good.
You saved his number, maybe?
Yeah.
I got his pin.
Tell it real quick in case they didn't know what happened in that.
Yeah, tell us that
situation.
quick story.
Yeah, man, it's something I wouldn't want
So
to
this on draft night.
Yeah, draft night, I'm excited with the family, jumping in the pool.
Right.
Phone's somewhere off, Coach Carlisle he texted me that night, and sure enough, I had like thousands of texts.
Sure. Yeah.
Right. So I was going through, and then I saw like a bunch of just unopened texts, and I didn't open them, and then like I kind of tackled it day by day, just a little bit by a little bit.
I'll get to you when I get to you, Coach.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, not even like I didn't even like I ever open it. Like I just saw like whatever. But then one day like we're in the car, and I just opened. I was like, and I'm with my wife, and she's all like, flipping out. Like,
how many
days later?
How many days later?
2 days.
2 days later.
He ghosted him for 2 days.
Yeah. So I saw the text and I was like, this has to be a prank. Like, this can't be the real.
Yeah. You're hoping at that point. Yeah.
But I responded anyways, and he responded back, and I was like, oh my goodness. What did I do?
Yeah.
At least you didn't leave him on red.
Yeah,
that is different than ghosting.
How did he take it? Did you say, hey, Coach, sorry, I just got a bunch of texts?
He was like, I understand, crazy night.
Yeah.
Don't do it again.
Yeah.
He didn't say that. He didn't say that.
Something I bet Coach McKay is pretty happy about. Read some articles about your performance in Summer League and how well you played defensively. Was that a point of emphasis for you?
Yeah, I saw it mentioned a couple of times.
Yeah.
Absolutely. When you're on the court with a bunch of guys who can do what you do, everybody can shoot, everybody can score, everybody wants to score. We had Q, one of the other two-way guys, older guy, like one was like a vet on our team in the Summer League, was like, Steve Ashworth was playing defense and got like back-to-back stops. He was like, that's how you get paid. Like, that's how you get paid. I was like, you know what? Like, let me do that. I wasn't feeling
Coach has been telling me that.
I wasn't feeling like great offensively, the first game especially, but defensively I was like, I'm just gonna give all my effort. They allow you to be a little bit more physical, so it's a little bit easier not easier, but it's just a confidence thing. You step up and I can guard this guy, and it ended up working out. Surprise! It's just as big of a surprise for me as it is everybody back home. But it's definitely something that I was focusing on and something that I'm going to continue to focus on, because if I can do that, I know I can shoot.
The offense is there.
I know I can score. So if I can put those two together, hopefully I can last in the NBA.
Now, Taelon's coming to the NBA with some confidence, because when we talked earlier in our Zoom, he's like, well, 40-inch vertical, and I can shoot threes in the corner. Like, who wouldn't take me? So we know that we got some confidence coming from Taelon at
Summer
the
League
next level.
is kind of like an event. Yeah. Like, you see, it's grown into this huge thing. Was there any guys, maybe that you didn't play against, but guys you saw sitting courtside, or guys you saw as you were around town that you're like, whoa, you see
or how about Larry Bird?
Yeah, or Larry Bird. I don't know.
Hello.
Larry legend.
Yeah, I met Larry Bird. He was at my workout with the Indiana Pacers.
Now, I heard a story, and I don't know if this is true, but I heard it from a pretty good source I would consider pretty reliable, that said at the end of your workout, they told it to me as, there was this former NBA guy there for his workout. At the end of his workout, the guy said, we need to draft that guy. And that guy was Larry Bird that said that. True story?
True story.
Shut up.
The hick from French Lick, Larry Legend said, I want that guy.
I didn't hear him say that, but I was told that he said that. And I talked to one of his best friends right after, and he was just like, he had walked off, and then I was like, you didn't tell me your guy Larry was gonna be here. And he was like, yeah, like, he loves your game. Like, he really said he said he loves you.
That is awesome.
Oh my gosh, that is so cool.
Yeah. I was like, wow, that was crazy.
That is awesome. Anybody else at Vegas where you're like, whoa, this is a big deal?
No.
No?
My teammates, Pascal Siakam, Nemhard, they came and supported.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool to see those guys show up for that stuff. Yeah.
It was cool.
Okay, speaking of team, you've been here at Liberty kind of taking it easy the last few days. What can you tell us? You haven't been able to play and, really show these new players some of, your game, of course. So what can you tell us about what you've seen so far from some of the new guys?
Yeah, no, I really like it. I really like the new guys that they brought in. They add a lot of depth to the team, something that we thought we had last year, but injuries, unfortunately, kind of hindered that. But we're really deep. We got a lot of players. I love JJ coming in with similar to Javon, just experience and grit, and he's very physical and a good defender on ball. We got 4 freshmen that, TJ Drain has been impressing me. All the guys. Xander's been making shots. So is Tor. Drew's just all around upside. He looks like he can be an elite defender, an elite player at this level. So very encouraged by them. And then RJ, he can shoot just as good as anybody, I would say, except for
you.
Me. Hayden, Coach McKay.
Yeah, Coach McKay. Throw him in there.
Coach McKay.
Yeah.
Those tapes, we're still looking for those tapes that Coach McKay has been talking about.
Don't get me started on those tapes.
Yeah.
So when we were talking to Ryan Carr, right?
Yeah.
Ryan Carr, we said, hey, obviously NBA, it's hard to get onto that to that roster. And then we asked him about, hey, if you're on the roster, what role? Because you look at what Indiana is and Coach Carlisle and what they're big. People talk about culture, but they are actually taking a roster and living out what their culture is, and testament to you by being able to be a part of that team. But when you see yourself going into this first season, what role, if you're on that NBA roster and you're trying to get some minutes and get on the floor, have they explained to you, like, here's exactly what we need you to do in order to get what they want from you?
I mean, a little bit of being in like the best shape I've ever been in, because how they play super fast, offense and defense. Like defense, we're picking up 94 feet the whole game, so being in great shape is going to be very important, and they've told me that. But for me to get on the court, I'm going to need to be able to pick up full court, cause a little bit of disruption, and then make shots when I am presented the chance. If I get a good pass, shoot the ball. Something that the summer league, I kind of, I don't know. Summer league was a little bit of a struggle, trying to find my shots. But something like that, I'm going to have to knock down shots when I get the opportunity and guard the ball. So those two things that I'm focused on.
Staying in shape. Joe has mentioned the ice bath is a new
Joe's
routine
big on that
for
now.
him.
Yeah.
I'm
Joe,
sure you're doing that too.
Hey, get with Joe. Joe will get you straightened out physically.
Yeah,
he'll get you where you need it.
We'll get you right.
It's crazy to think that this time last year,
We had no idea anything about you.
You still weren't playing because you really didn't play the whole summer, right? There was a wrist thing or whatever. And so we're still going in being I don't know. We kind of watched these other guys.
Who's this guy?
They say he's pretty good. We watched all your tape coming in from D2, and obviously that was very impressive. And now you're sitting here in Indiana Pacer.
Yeah.
That is
So
wild.
It's God.
It is, absolutely. And I told him this before, but from all of us here, want to thank you because summers can really drag on. There's not a lot going on. You have flat out carried the Flame Central podcast
He's going
this
to put
summer.
it on your back,
you have.
on your shoulders.
Thank you, Taelon.
Carrying the podcast.
Yeah.
I did hear that there's a podcast in Indianapolis.
I don't know. Is it?
Pat McAfee.
Oh, yeah, you'll have to get you on that.
So
Listen, we're going to come up.
But
We are
it's
going to come up
nothing
at some
like-
point.
Yeah.
Don't forget
It's
your
nothing
roots.
like the FCP.
Okay, I hope we prepared you for the big stage.
Oh, yeah.
I had one more question for you. I saw a video of this. What was your PR in high school for the high jump?
My junior year, I cleared 6 feet 10 inches.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because I read an article.
That's legit.
Yeah.
That what is the state record was 7-1 or 7-2,
7-1,
and they were basically they were assuming
oh yeah,
senior year that's going down. Taelon Peter's going to own the state record, but then COVID wiped out your season.
Yeah, I was definitely I set on that. If I would have done that, I probably wouldn't be playing basketball right
That
now.
is wild.
That is so
that crazy?
crazy.
Yeah.
Coach Bingham is wait, what? Does he have any
Track
eligibility
yeah, no, I
left?
think you're doing. That's nuts though. You think about all those things, and you talk about it's all about God. When you look back and you see all the pieces that had to line up just right,
Yeah.
I mean,
It all works out.
Yeah, and back then when I thought that door slammed shut, I was so frustrated. Man, I was looking forward to doing track.
Yeah.
Looking back at it now, it's man, if that wouldn't have happened, who knows where I would have been now. I probably would have went somewhere and jumped track and been mediocre, and then
be working a real job. Right.
right,
Yeah.
I'd be working a 9 to 5.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm crying.
You're sitting in a cubicle somewhere right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm tearing up. We gotta go.
Oh, you can,
Emily's.
That is so cool.
you can always do mortgages for Alcova. if you
Yeah,
want.
Joe.
my gosh,
Yeah.
Not even worse comes to worse. That's
No.
my option.
Yeah.
Okay, last one from me. Gracie, I'm sure she has been such a big support for you, not only during your time here at Liberty, but with this whole draft process. How's this all been for her? Has she been excited and in Vegas with you and all that?
So excited. Just no expectations from her this whole time, which has been something that a lot of people have expectations that didn't have expectations before. She's been solid the whole time, and that's really what's been able to keep my mind solid and keep me, keep this face smiling for the cameras and stuff like that. Somebody who doesn't care the outcome of anything, but just loves me for me and always has. So that's been, huge for me, and just keeping me grounded, and stuff like that. So she's been very important. Without her, I wouldn't be here. I'll tell her that every day, you know. And
Hey,
she
don't
doesn't
start
believe
your
it.
crying. Oh my gosh.
Emily is highly emotional right now.
Pregnant Emily's crying.
Yeah, we deal with this.
That is so sweet. A lot of guys don't mention that. That's really sweet. That's
Yeah, and to have, especially in Vegas, like to have her there, and you know, for me going through those first, you know, NBA games, summer league games, to be able to come back to the hotel and be honest with her, and her, you know, be able to cheer me up and, you know, let me know that like whatever happens here, like we're gonna be okay, stuff like that, like huge, you know. So,
well, a lot of change in your life. Married, you know, now playing in the NBA. There's a lot ahead for you.
Enjoy it.
We're really, really excited.
Enjoy it.
Absolutely.
Don't forget to enjoy it.
Thank you for not big leaguing us. Don't do so. We got to get your jersey.
Absolutely.
We got to look into that.
How to do that? Probably doesn't fit the color scheme, but
we'll work something out.
We'll work it out.
We'll work it out.
Yeah, and then you know we'll give you the address for the socks that you can send us and all that.
They're legit.
I love new socks.
Taelon, thanks so much for your time. Congratulations again.
Thank you guys.
Excited for Taelon. Excited to see what he's able to do at this next level. What a story. I mean, it's just I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that he doesn't deserve it, but I just like it was just so unexpected, and just to see how well he's doing, and that the front office sees it as well.
Well,
is awesome.
so we've talked a little bit about this before, but a big difference between just signing on to play for a G League affiliate and getting the two-way contract.
Deal's the way to go.
Did a little research. Two-way deal is half the rookie minimum in the NBA.
Okay.
So that ends up equating to a little over $600,000.
Okay.
So if you stay on a
Flame
two-way
Central
deal,
podcast
the entire,
powered by Taelon
If you
Peter.
stay on that deal the entire year, if you were to get put on a two-way like midway point of the season, it's just like prorated. So you can play up to 50 games on the NBA roster on a two-way. So what, they play 82, so you play 50, you play up to 50 of those while also playing the G League. The one thing you can't do is you can't play in the playoffs on a two-way contract.
Oh,
so that's interesting.
That is one thing there. But
I wonder why.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's because it's kind of like maybe like a floating roster spot.
Right. That makes sense.
But obviously they can at any point sign you to a real contract during that span. So if he's crushing it during this year, and they're like, hey, we want to ink you to a 4-year deal, boom, you can do that, and then that changes things there. So,
we know
but
the
huge
Pacers,
for him, though.
yeah.
Because like we talked about, remember when Darius played in the G League, and people are like, well, why wouldn't you want to just stay in the States and play?
Right.
Well, you don't make that much money. I think it was like $75,000
it wasn't
or
much
something.
in G
It's not much in the G League. You can make a lot more overseas. So this ended up working out really, really well for Taelon.
That's outstanding.
Yeah, you know the Pacers are going to need some help at guard play next year too.
It's true.
So
It's a little
maybe
bit of
he will get-
a weird rebuild almost. It feels like for them in some ways because the Halliburton injury.
Yeah.
He's going to be out for the next year.
Right.
But
Miles
he
Turner
tore
left.
his Achilles, right?
Yeah.
So you kind of have this kind of weird kind of year while you're waiting for him to get healthy. So yeah, there could be some opportunities there.
We'll see. We'll keep you updated right here on the Flame Central podcast. Okay, let's get to the mailbag because I heard it is full.
Mailbag's
We've
popping.
got a lot of mailbags.
Mailbag.
Yeah. Okay, here's the first one.
Was that not in the contract to do that?
All right, I'll do it. Let me start.
right.
Every time you make me smile, you turn around at me. Mailbag.
Good. We're going to make sure we get every one of those out of you, Jim. Don't think you're phoning it in. Okay. Dylan sent us an email.
Chilling with Dylan.
To flamecentral@liberty.edu. He said, what are the odds that Liberty can finally have college game day come to campus? And I don't think it's great this year. The JMU game potentially down the road could be a good one. JMU's had it, right? They had game day, a couple years ago?
Yeah.
But I think it's too early in the season. If that were like late in the year and they were like both unbeaten, I could see it. Probably not with this year's schedule.
Too early. In the
Too
year,
early. Where would you like to see them set up the stage? That's the first thing.
Oh.
And who from Liberty would be your guest picker? Take the three of us out of that, because obviously, it'd probably be one of. But anyway, we'll consider someone else.
Stanley?
Yes.
Probably you'd think somewhere like just on the lawn, like leading up to maybe like the tower.
The tower.
Or
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that'd be a good spot
That'd be
because
really
you have all the grassy.
You want all the
area,
fans around it. We have the
That's a really
halftime
good-
set in the stadium, but you can't see fans behind that.
Right.
Yeah, no, you want it right
I think
there.
that's a really
Yeah.
good.
Bam,
that's a
right
good
down
spot.
campus.
Yeah.
Tower in the background. It's a freedom tower.
Yeah.
It's
I think that could
Liberty.
be a
The
good
only
spot.
other spot,
that's a spot.
is like when you're up by the baseball field and you can see the whole mountain range, but there's just not.
No, you want on campus.
Yeah.
Like
Right there,
I guess
right
that
there
would be
in
the
main.
soccer field.
And then you'd have that stretch where McAfee does his field goal kick. You got it right down the wall.
yeah.
It's all set up
It's
for it.
perfect.
Yeah.
In fact, game day
Yeah.
should really consider
really
it.
Do you think that you guys could make it, the kick?
Oh, easy.
Joe, get out. That's
Oh my
Joe's response to any challenge. Oh, you think you could run a mile in 6? Easy.
There's an article.
You think you can make kick?
There's an article
That's
in the
true. You told
newspaper
me
about
this.
being a kicker, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay, we need to remember
I
last
have
year.
footage of him at the Fiesta Bowl reenacting your straight-on kick.
Did I really?
Yes, yes.
He
yes,
forgot.
yes.
Your memory is just not.
Yes, I do.
Did you
Yes,
really?
I do.
Oh
It was
yes.
you and Brandon Bishop's dad. We're going
Oh,
through.
yeah.
It was a wild time.
That's right. That was fun.
Yeah, that's all we need to do
and
there.
let's move on from
who would
that.
your
Celebrity
guest
picker?
be? Probably
Where do y'all
Sam
go
Ponder
for?
would have a hard time getting in on that one, just given her ESPN history.
Yeah.
But she would be a
She'd
good
be
pick.
great.
Oh my gosh. Toby Mack, maybe?
I was thinking you'd probably end up landing there because it's during the football season. So Malik and DeMario are busy, probably couldn't get back
Yeah.
unless it was a bye. I could see Toby Mack. I could even see, and you know who'd be really, really good at it? But I don't know if
Toby
he'd be
Mack would be
considered
good.
that level. Would be Richie McKay would crush it.
Oh yeah.
I don't think he has the
Yeah, he doesn't
outside
have the
of like
national clout.
basketball people
Basketball
know,
people.
but
Right,
I don't
right.
know. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
Toby Mack. Yeah, I
yeah,
got you.
yeah. So I think that's a good question. Thank you, Dylan.
I
for
love that.
Wait, but
Chilling with
I'm
Dylan.
trying to think of who else.
there anybody else?
That's a good question. I'm trying
Yeah.
to think of who else would be a really good candidate for that. Who would be?
We can come back to it.
Yeah, we can come back.
Yeah,
I need to think through that because Liberty's had some.
Elmer Towns.
If Elmer Towns
Yeah.
did, that'd be
How about that?
fantastic.
That'd be cool.
I'm trying. Yeah. Let's come back.
Yeah.
Elmer's like 92.
Maybe
still
it'd be Taelon Peter.
sharp as
Yeah.
You know, maybe it would be.
a Could be 10.
All right, next question.
Yep.
This comes from Rosie. She says,
Hey, Rosie.
She says, this 80-year-old loves the podcast and watches every week no matter when we tape it. So, yeah, we've summertime, sometimes we tape it. She does have a question, though. She wants to know,
Hey, Rosie.
why don't we ever talk about club sports? We only talk about the NCAA sports.
Oh.
So, let's lay it out there.
Lay it out there.
Club sports.
This is your question.
Absolutely. They do have some of their own stuff. They have their own hockey podcast.
Mm-hmm.
They do some of their own
Really?
things. We focus on NCAA Division I athletics. There is a difference, pretty good difference. So that's where our focus is. That's what we talk
Rosie.
about.
Rosie.
No knock on the
Just
club sports
listen.
department.
You know what? I'm going to give.
Love those guys and Kirk Handy and all those boys.
You know what? I'm
but-
going to give
yeah.
Club Sports a shout out right now.
Do it.
Congratulations to the club, Liberty Club lacrosse team for the 2025 National Club Championship
There you go.
that they won.
There you go.
Can I tell you something, Rosie? It is hard enough. Joe usually walks into the podcast set and says, "All right, what are we talking about today?"
Okay.
No,
Like
come
so,
on.
having
Well,
having
even for
not
us,
only
another what do they have, like 30 programs? Like that's,
know.
you can't cover it all.
It's a lot.
But who knew about the lacrosse club
That's
championship?
true.
Joe did.
Maybe we've been missing out your sweet spot this whole time.
Maybe
Yeah.
Joe can be the club sports representative.
Yeah, you can be the correspondent.
Yeah,
Club sports
correspondent.
correspondent. Yeah. Okay.
You can produce that one.
Next question. This comes to us from Brad. He says, why are some players, such as Jaden Bradford, quarterback for Liberty, not in the new NCAA 26 video game release?
Oh,
And
I
so
don't know. There's a couple.
I did a little digging on this. Some have opted out. I think Arch Manning opt out, and a couple of big names. Bill Belichick opted out. He's not in the game, because that's just what he does. Apparently, he did that in
He's
Madden all
Brandon.
these years too.
Really?
Yeah.
But why would you opt out? I mean, there's paying you get a paycheck.
Because he's just he's focused on solely on.
But what do you have to do?
Yeah.
What do you have
there
to do?
go.
Like,
You gotta do
Yeah,
it.
I don't know. Maybe he just doesn't want them controlling any type of his,
Okay.
image.
I had to opt out
Yeah,
too.
but
in the
but
Science.
I did look it up. Not every player on every roster is in the game, basically because they said that's just too many players. So they've kind of EA Sports has kind of picked I think it was the top 85 guys on the roster that they think are going to be players,
Interesting.
and those are the ones that they put on there. Now, if somebody like a Jaden Bradford somehow whoa, he just won the quarterback job, can you believe it? They would update. They do I think roster updates, game updates. They would probably adjust that and change that, but they don't do every single person.
I wonder how. Speaking of Jaden Bradford, I know he had an injury. I wonder how he's doing.
Looking forward to
he
seeing
He did not participate in the spring, I believe.
I don't think
Due
so.
to the
No.
injury, yeah.
No, either
So
did.
hopefully he's healthy now
Either did
because
Berger.
I mean that dude was that
Yeah.
was one of their prize recruits coming out.
Oh, yeah, he was big time.
Yeah.
From IMG. Yeah. All right, next one, Bruce. Bruce sends in. Actually, I'm sending Bruce a mug for this. And maybe
Bruce!
a couple other
That's
people.
the
My
name.
sister has a
That's
dog.
the name of the shark.
My sister has a dog named Bruce. He's a boxer. But we call him Boos. Boosy.
That's the name of the shark in that movie.
Hey, Boosy.
Yeah, Bruce. Yeah, and Finding Nemo.
Finding Nemo.
Yeah, fish are
Bruce
friends,
is
not
cool.
food.
I keep messing with my pen audio.
All right, so his question, and this is a really good question I had not thought about and had to do some research on. He says, realize the games haven't even started yet, but he wants to talk about the football championship game. Liberty, Western Kentucky, favorites.
Yeah.
Which, hold on, before we get into that, did you see that Conference USA, they didn't do a preseason poll? They did a bowl confidence meter.
I did see that.
And so it's like,
what
percentage do you think chance do they have of making a bowl
What is
game?
that?
What is that? Like how?
What?
Like what is that?
So there's nothing for the conference?
So it's like Liberty, everyone says has a 100% chance of making a bowl, and Western Kentucky 95 or whatever, and then it's like, because what? People are gonna get their feelings hurt because they're picked last.
I wanna know
Like
who's
what are we
going to
doing?
conference.
Also,
give everyone a trophy now.
what does it take 6 wins to get to a bowl game? So you're seriously like, how confident are you can be 500? Like, come on, like do a poll, just do a poll like everybody else. Anyway, that's a whole side thing. Love Conference USA, but that was
okay.
Lame. All right, but he's saying Liberty and Western Kentucky don't play in the regular season, so they don't meet.
Oh, dude,
so he's saying, what if they both go undefeated?
What?
Yes.
Meet in the championship. Who hosts? Who would host the championship game?
This is right up your alley, Matt.
Yeah. So that's a great question.
Questions that matter.
Matt,
And yeah, that's
Questions
right.
that matter.
And
go.
Wouldn't that be a great situation, though?
Go.
That would be really cool. But what's the answer?
So here's what I've determined. Now, this is the tiebreaker CUSA has on their website. Don't know if they've updated it or will update it, but this is what they have. So to host, first you go winning percentage in Conference USA play. Well, that would be even. They're both undefeated.
Even.
Then you go head-to-head. Doesn't matter. They didn't play each other. So then it would fall to the team with the highest college football playoff ranking going into the final weekend of regular season or at the completion of the regular season. That would be the host. So whoever's higher in the CFP rankings.
And that is the CFP rankings factor in opponent, right? So does Western Kentucky play like some big names?
That's a great question. Yeah.
What? Wait, what?
No, I wouldn't call it a great question.
I mean,
I'd call it an okay question. So.
Oh my gosh, I never
only
get
credit
any.
for a great question.
Yeah. All right, let's see.
I'm taking 3 months
Let's
off.
see. So they get Toledo, Nevada, LSU. But again, they would
there
have
goes that undefeated season.
the undefeated. They could be undefeated in conference
play.
yes.
Yeah.
So, but yes, assuming that they got beat in that game, then yes, I think we would have the higher CFP ranking. It's fair to say. So yeah. So there you go. That's a great question,
That's
Bruce.
a really good
Yeah, really
question.
good. Thinking ahead.
Thanks,
we can
Bruce.
do that. We're fans. We can look ahead like that.
Yeah.
All right, last one. This one came in
Western
today.
Kentucky's going to be good.
They have a transfer quarterback.
They're good.
That is supposed
got a good
to
program.
be pretty scary. So it'll be interesting to see how they are this year. All right, last one. This comes to us from David. He said, I love the Liberty intermission between the third and fourth quarter with the playing of Don't Stop Believing by Journey. We've gone down this road before. This was the early podcast days. I went on my whole rant about that. No.
Don't start.
His question is,
Let's go with that.
question is, can we book the actual band to play then? The stadium would sell out. So I did a little digging.
Matt has been working.
I don't know if these numbers are completely accurate, but according to what I could find, it would be somewhere in the range of 1 to 1.5 mil potentially to book the whole band to come and play a concert.
Or they can be
separately.
like Metallica and just host a concert here.
Right.
Right?
Metallica did that.
Yeah, they did that.
That's what I'm
Virginia
saying.
Tech.
The whole Enter Sandman operation.
So that's what I heard. Now, hold on. Now, we do have a little inside info here. Their keyboardist, Jonathan Kane, who plays those famous notes to start Don't Stop Believing, he actually came and played and spoke at Convo years back.
No way.
Kane on the keys.
He came to Convo probably like 8 or 9 years ago. You might find it on YouTube.
Kane.
So we do have maybe a connection there.
relationship there,
That would be really cool. As much as I don't love that song in that spot for different reasons, I like the song in general and Journey. It would be cool to have them.
You know what I like? Let me tell you what I like. And you like this too. And I don't know why.
Oh, I know where you're going with this.
If you make this happen, I'm telling you, it's a game changer.
Yeah.
When you start that interest, because Liberty does such a great job with the big jumbotron and bam, they're flashing the plays at you. They got the fire going, right? When you hit that guitar solo for Money for Nothing by Dire Straits
That's just
as the entrance. I mean, that will blow the roof off.
You've been pitching that for years.
I mean, I'm telling you right now.
I want you to know,
as a fan, when you had that build up, you're showing those highlights, build up, and then all of a sudden, boom!
I want you to know,
solo,
I
Money
passed
for
that
Nothing.
along to some people.
That's a hit.
I passed that along to some people years back, and it was not well received.
I don't understand.
I can only do
don't
what
understand why.
I can only do what I can do.
That is a great intro. I'm surprised somebody else doesn't use it. It's fantastic.
That's all I got.
I saw that your dancing at the UNC game was brought back to life.
Yeah. ACC Network posted that?
Network.
Yes. ACC Network posted it on Twitter and said, someone come get their dad.
Yeah. That was great.
That was great.
Do you know what's great about that?
What did Dina think about that?
Dance,
A second life.
she
said we were sitting on the couch.
Yeah.
And
years later, what's that been, like 5 years?
5 years ago, right? So this was 2 nights ago.
Because you were moving back then.
He was moving, and
I
think he could have run a 6-minute mile.
I still grew. We were sitting on the couch, and all of a sudden I heard Dana go, "Oh my gosh!" I'm like, "What?" She's like, "It's back." And I was like, "Just relax."
Yeah. Oh, Dina.
So she was actually pretty cool about it.
Okay, that's good.
But yeah, that dance.
Yeah.
That was.
It captured the nation's attention.
You know what's funny about that whole thing?
What's that?
Is right then at that game they thought like, oh, who's this random dad up in the stands dancing, just grooving to the beat. I think that next day, we were on ESPN.
Yeah.
Calling the Liberty game.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think nobody.
No one ever knew.
No, never even.
Now
knew,
everyone knows
which is
you.
Great.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for being a part of the show. FlameCentral@liberty.edu. Like we said at the top of the show, fall camp is starting this week, so we're going to get out there.
Yeah, quarterback battles.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so much to really dive into this
peel
year
back
with
the
this
onion.
team.
Yeah.
When they were coming through here for Media Week, I mean, there's just so many faces. I have no idea who's on this team, so it'll be a lot of fun.
That first game is is it August 30th?
August 30th.
August 30th against Maine, right?
And little baby Cud might be wanting to make an appearance for college football season. So
little baby Cud will be the due date's August 29th. Is that right?
Well, there is a
There's
chance.
a lot of work here, but yeah.
There's a lot. Oh, okay.
There's a lot of moving factors.
Literally
but
moving parts.
Yeah.
Moving parts,
Literally.
So we'll see. Jason's still asking if he can still make it to the game if the baby comes August 29th.
You good? Everything good here?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna.
I'll
you
be
seem
right
great.
back.
I'm just gonna go catch the game. Yeah.
I'll kill him. I'm kidding. So we'll keep you up to date. We also we'll shift gears now to football now that we're in fall camp. I think we'll have
some potential. We don't want to give anything away.
Okay.
Some potential big name guests coming up in the very near future.
Maybe.
That's exciting.
Maybe.
We already.
If the producer
Taelon
can
Peter.
just lock
Taelon's a
it
pretty-
down,
yeah.
the producer can lock down these guests, then yes,
pressure.
you will want to be staying tuned the next couple weeks and throughout football season. We'll plan when we're doing the fantasy draft. It's still going down this year. I got to take that trophy back from Jauch last year.
Do you have a trophy?
Wait, we need the trophy.
Yeah, where is
Do you
the
have
trophy?
it?
Do you have it? Did we lose the trophy?
I think it's in my attic.
Okay.
Guys, that thing, I paid for that. Like, that was actually kind of expensive.
Find that.
We need to put it on the set. Hey, this is the Flame Central podcast.
I dominated last year.
Brought to you by OrthoVirginia. We're going to get better with this. We're going to get all your little reads in.
Yeah.
Can't wait for this new chapter. For Joe and Matt, I'm Emily. We'll see you right back here next week.